Welcome back to Let's Talk. I'm so glad you're here. This practice with empathy is so valuable. You can use empathy as a wonderful tool every single day. Let me begin here by explaining a little more about what empathy actually means. The first part of empathy is being aware of the other person's emotional experience. That's typically the part that we focus on, and frankly, that's the easy part. I'm sure you're very good at telling when someone is angry, sad, frustrated, or excited. That's great, but it's the second part of empathy that's actually more important. The second part of empathy is letting that person know that you do understand their emotional experience. Empathy isn't about you, it's about them. It's about them feeling heard and understood. So without that second part, the communicating of that back to them, empathy isn't really happening. I hope that makes sense. It's all about their experience of being heard. So your job is to be a good, reflective listener. Sometimes that just means attentively listening. Other times you can add to that by using empathic phrases. Basically, you're describing what emotion you see. Oftentimes it starts with something like the phrase, "that sounds," and then calling out the emotion. Like saying, "that sounds hard. That sounds miserable. That sounds incredibly frustrating. That sounds really stressful." I'm sure you can see how that works. Notice the beauty, though, of just describing their experience, non-judgmentally. You're not judging, you're reflecting. You don't even have to agree. You don't have to be teaching a lesson. Your job is just to observe and report. That sounds really hard. This is critical because until people feel heard, they don't tend to hear you. So if you want to make progress with this person, keep falling back to empathy. For the moment, see if you can partner up with someone and just practice doing this over and over again. Have them tell you a story, either real or imagined, and just practice your reflective listening and your empathic comments. It does take some practice, but you'll find it becomes a habit quickly. So practice it, comment below how it's going, and let's talk.